Alright, good day everyone, it's Gareth again from Watch Public Gaming, and here we are continuing our Captains of Industries playthrough. Now, in the last episode, we started getting our production centers built. Not that we can produce anything. Because, I mean, we've got some copper, we finally managed to get to the copper bit of the mining, but everything else, we're now starting to get the iron. We're not even close yet to getting coal. We've got no coal. The only coal we have is what I've cheated in. Now please be aware, I am cheating in this game. The mods pack and the map pack will be available in the description. So that's not going to be a problem if you want to look. If it's not available in this particular one, it'll be available in the next one. It'll be available in the first episode, so you can easily find it. And so far as I could see, the mod author is keeping the mods up to date. I did have an incident where the mods were, didn't work because the game had updated. And then I could quickly go and update it. Okay, let's just trade a bit to complete. Ooh, food is also becoming a problem. But it's not a problem that we don't have food. It's a problem that it's not getting delivered. I'm just going to buy some bricks. There, done. Oh, wrong button, tab. There, we can just collect that. That's fine. We have food. We have plenty of food. But the trucks are very busy. So they're not delivering the food. It's normal. Okay. How much vehicles do we actually have? Okay. How many vehicles do I have assigned here? 3. So I need 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I want more trucks. I know it's causing a population problem. We're actually having a major production problem issue. Because I've gone a bit big. That's understandable. I'm going to have to cheat more of this in. Low food supply. We don't actually have a low food supply. We have a low delivery supply. Big difference. Can we grab people here? We can. That slightly improves our operations, but not by much. We'll get 18 refugees in the next 5 months. That's not bad at all. I have scheduled this for demolition. I've not scheduled these two for demolition. And one of the other hiccups we're having is we need to increase our area of population. Also health, they've got none. It's at 0 now. So that's not good either. I'll see once we finish building exactly how many I can build. How many vehicles do we actually have? 50 trucks, 2 of these, and 15 of those. Well, I'm going to have 20 of those. Yeah. Is it 50? Yeah, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. 6. Sorry, 9 plus 6, yeah. It's fine. Hiccup comes that these structures, these upgraded structures require a larger group of people. Okay, one moment, I just really need to sneeze, so I'm just going to pause for a second. Alright, sorry about that, but you don't need to hear me sneezing and sniffling and all the fun stuff. Construction equipment. The reason it hasn't moved is because none of these buildings have been built. Can they dump? Yeah, they can put there, but I think a truck could fit through here and turn around. I don't know. Maybe? This is once again my biggest hiccup. I tried to be neat, I tried to be coherent. I basically failed. That'll slowly deal with our population problem. But we're running into a housing shortage. And once again, like I said, we don't have any resources. It's not that we don't have access to the necessary resources. We do have access to the necessary resources, we just haven't gotten to them yet. So I'm going to add the first truck will go there. I probably need more, but I just don't have that option available. Okay. Housing. We are going to go with tier 1 housing because it's cheap. We're going to start pushing it this way. The idea is basically to build to this point. And then we'll dismantle these and move it over. Sorry, let me just double check. If I put 4, 4, 3. Okay, so I gotta put by the copper mine. Why are you... Oh, dirt and sand. Understandable. Yeah, like I said, the reason I want to put these buildings closer this way, in fact, I'm probably not going to go any closer than this, I want some room, is so I can move the farms. Or how much if I wanted to build here? No, I can go one more over, and then that'll leave a whole gap here, which will be perfect. Because we're going to want more farms. We're going to want fruit and vegetables. These farms are going to stay exactly as they are, and then we'll run another water pipe here, through here, to the next farm. I left this gap probably because I wasn't thinking it could be much smaller, but also because we're going to put, eventually we're going to put fertilizer, so that's not going to be a problem either. Okay, this is our copper. I even went smaller scale on processing here. Normally these are much bigger. But I sort of tried to work out the math, and, well, I did a bad job of it. Once production starts, and they can actually start dumping things where they need to be dumped, it's not going to be a problem. Oh, did I not? Have I not? Yeah, I have built. And they are shipping the wood. It's just there's a lot of wood to ship. Okay, that's fine. And we're out of construction components. Can I actually order construction components? No, I can sell construction components. I could borrow, but I wouldn't even know how to borrow. I also wouldn't know how to ship it. I'm assuming we need a boat or something. What do you need for donation? Okay, we can do that. Let's donate and increase the level up this village. We can load the ship. We have the supplies already on the board. And then we can... Cargo... Can I load cargo? Okay, can I not click there? Oh, I can click here. Okay, sorry, I had to remember. Finish this part. Now, the ship's going to take a bit longer to depart because the author of this game actually got this all sorted. Sorry, the author of this map, not this game, this map. Oh, damn. Let me guess. Cold. Bugger. Yeah, we have no medicine. Yeah, as you can see, the author of the map did lay out this thing. So it takes a little bit for the ship to actually leave, where on the other one it'll just disappear into the horizon. That's just something we're going to have to live with on this map. This is necessary because, well, we don't have any other place to put it at the moment. Until production actually begins, and we start processing what we need to process, this is not good. It's going to completely defeat the point. We got a lot of dirt we need to move. Okay, does that mean... did I add enough or did I miss one? I missed one, so I actually need 21 of these vehicles. Because that has 3. That has 4. These should start reaching the desired destination shortly, though. Okay, I'm going to use the cheats here. First, 1,000 construction components, then settlement, refill unity, which is now at 100. Okay, that's not a problem. There was a cheat for, I guess, the unlimited groundwater. I may just turn that on, just because I don't want to argue, I don't want to fight with reorganizing this, so I'm going to use this cheat. Fake power output, fake consumption, fake computing. Okay, so that's adds additional stuff. I actually would have preferred if they could have given me one for the settlement. That would have been nice. They have not. Oh, did it not? It didn't add. Oh. Oh, this is an upgrade. Or it was here and I never noticed. So I can click here and then add to shipyard. And then add to favorites. That's actually nice. Then I'm going to add, and then I want vehicle components. Where are vehicle components? Lab equipment is not a big thing. Meds may be a thing later, but I went too far to done. I'm actually not seeing vehicle components. There it is. Those are like the basic stuff. Okay, that's actually quite nice. Because that makes finding things very, very easy. That is actually really nice for the cheats. Because that's one of the things that is a bit annoying. You have to search every blinking thing. Let's add you there. Okay, I'm definitely going to want to go one over, but I want to go one over once production starts, not afterwards. And to do that, I actually need to get to where I need the production to go. Okay, how many vehicles can we... We've got that. How many trucks do we actually have? 50. Okay, I'm going to add another 10. Stuff it. Let's go for 20. That means another 20 citizens are needed, because, I mean, we need 20 drivers. Vehicle components are going to be a problem, but now we can just go here. Just click here and go. Oops. Wrong button. Right button. Let's not do that. Fuel is not a problem. We've got plenty. We're actually stockpiling it quite nicely. Oil is a problem, but this is less of a problem and more of a pipe problem. We're just not... The diameter of the pipe isn't big enough, and unfortunately, unlike in the real world where we could just... Oh, we'll just get a bigger diameter pipe. Nope, we have to develop it. Oops. Washing, sorry. Back in a moment. Alright. Oops, let me turn this down. I'm back. You would think being a YouTuber would get you out of chores. Nope, not even remotely. Okay, we still have a population problem, but I let the game run while I was busy just hanging the washing. And so we have slowly recouped our population. Oh, I gotta refill this already. Settlement. Refill. I really wish there was a Unity generator here. Okay, we are getting... I did see melted metal. There we go, melted metal. And it's melted copper. Which means we are getting some coal. But nowhere near enough to actually produce anything yet. We're getting sand. We have at long last started to get coal. Oh, but barely any coal. Copper, there's plenty. Iron is going to start rocking up. Sand, we've just hit the sandbanks, and then this. Yeah, this, I don't know why it would do an error like this, that it interpreted the two separate levels as the same level. It makes very little sense to me. Anyway, we are starting to reach a population positive. Until production actually starts, I can't do anything here, because I don't want to dismantle this and then we run into maintenance issues. Cheats, spawner, coal, add. Okay, there we go. I gotta just keep an eye out that I don't keep pressing this button. It's just gonna be favorite, all the way down. Just want to keep our coal supply up so we can keep oil and fuel going. Not that we actually need it. But just in case, yeah, they gotta keep this full. Other than that, we're doing really well. All things considered. Yes, I am cheating. I admit I'm cheating. Not lying about that. So you guys can, if you don't like the fact that I'm cheating, that's fine. This is how I would like to play the game. We even have a small amount of cement. We don't have any cement blocks. Okay, hang on a minute. Something is... Oh no, it's all delivered. It's the crushed material that is not yet delivered. It's getting there. We are producing. It's going to take its sweet time, but we are producing. Normally in previous games I have there is either a resource spawner cheat or a button you can press to fill one of these permanently. This is actually the first time I'm trying to actually mine the resources properly. And I mainly did that to keep the supplies always going, so I always had a reserve supply, and it would take that when there was no supply of this. But in this case, I'm entirely reliant on what we can mine, which is probably a better way to play the game. It's just, it's not the way I normally play the game. Okay, what I want to do, pause, copy, so we're starting to get our population up. I want 1, 2, should I leave a gap? Yes, I've left a gap, so let's leave a gap. Just enough for a pipe to run through if need be. Okay, then I actually want to do it to both. Let's line them up, put one over, just like that. And these, we will change to vegetables. And then we will run the second water pipe. It's still coming from the same source, but we can run it here. I'm also going to keep the same distance, just because I can. It's not really necessary, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Okay, then we want storage. Do I want to modify the way the storage is laid out? I don't know. The problem is normally when I do this, I lay the storage modules this way to maximize storage capacity. But we also have very large storage capacity, and then we'll run it. Then we run it here and to food production on this corner. I don't know. Okay, for right now, though we are building it. I'm just gonna go with it, but I'm not gonna go super big this time, because I mean this 6. If we build, so it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's 10,000 units of storage, which is an enormous amount. Then we'll run the conveyor belt. We'll run the conveyor belt. We will run the conveyor belt. Just like that. It does mean that this one's going to get more fill than this one, but that's fine. It's not going to be a big hiccup. Okay, is this building still? Yes, it's still building vehicles, so that's not a problem. We have the supplies, we have the resources, we're still doing maintenance. We are now starting to reach the point where we're really not going to have a problem. Oh, is that still here? I can't remember if it was part of the cheats that I had. There was a way to convert. Replace this vehicle. Yeah, I can replace this vehicle, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm just wondering if it was part of the cheats. I think it was part of one of the cheat mods I got. Or is it here? Oh no, there it is. Okay, no, it's there. Okay, it's part of the game. I was really hoping this was actually part of the game, because that's the only thing that really annoyed me in the early games, is you could not replace or fix vehicles. Okay, yeah, we're running into a serious health issue. And we don't have the ability to get health, simply because I don't think we have any system research yet that helps. We could reduce food, or improving production, but yeah, no. We really don't have any method of doing this. These pipes, water's flowing, it's very thin pipes. Oh boy. I may actually have to, yeah, but even if, okay, the best thing we can do is add water to the settlement. Where again is the underground water? I think it's right there. So we would have to preset, so I actually do need to dismantle this, because one of the ways we could improve health in the settlement is to provide fresh water. That'll improve the overall health of the settlement, which we can't currently do. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this. Give me this. No. Give me this. Give me industrial edicts. And we will reduce... Fuel is not a problem. We can turn that off. We're gonna keep losing a population. We're not dying, but we're not gaining. And we can improve this by providing water. And this will improve overall health and benefit to our population. The hiccup we're running into is we've got a lot of pollution. We've got water pollution, which we're going to have to sort out. We've got... Okay, production is going, so that's good news. Is this working? Yeah, it is working. Okay, awesome. Then this can go the way of the dinosaurs. We're producing cars, so that's not a problem. We're slowly getting more refugees, so that's not a problem. Did our ship deliver? It did deliver, it just hasn't come back. What do you need? Okay, we don't have that ability, so we'll adopt the two groups of population. And, oh boy. How do we get the ship to come back? Yeah, I have to admit that other gentleman's mods were far nicer than these. Where are you trying to go? Ah. Okay, so they can't get there. Fair enough. Stop that. I was hoping this gap would be wide enough. It's not. Okay. Yeah, that's for excess resources to go to the end, but there's nothing to go there yet. We have steel, we got concrete, we are beginning basic manufacturing. Something has gone wrong here. Oh. That's what went wrong. Because, yeah, we've got the pieces, we just don't have all the pieces. Okay, that's just weird. One lonely rock. We're going to finish vehicle production, and then we're going to have to move the production. For now, where do we want to build the new truck site? I think I'm just going to promise, where do I put it? For right now, I'm just going to put it right here. Just for vehicle recovery until we can decide, because we're not making vehicle parts at the moment. What we have is what I've cheated in. Concrete production is low. Mainly because we don't have any... Well, we don't have any... Well, lime is slow to come in. Yeah, this is where I'm actually relying on what we can actually make, and it's not working out quite the way I wanted it to. But it's fine. I've not done this before because I've always cheated it in, which is unfortunate. But hey, I'm actually playing the game, sort of. Now we have a cold and people are dying. And I know that may sound weird to a lot of people, but it's 100% true. Where are you guys trying to go? You can go there. You can't go anywhere else. Where are you guys stuck? They're not stuck at all. I don't know what's wrong with these vehicles, because they're not stuck. Yeah, I have no idea. Oh, there's no trees. Oh, they've cut the trees down. Excellent. Excellent. No. Yes. We'll slowly cut them back. What destination? You're not telling me where you're getting stuck. And if you're not going to tell me where you're getting stuck, I don't know what to do. They're complaining they can't get anywhere, but they're not showing me where they can't get to. So, how do I know what's causing the problem? As far as I could tell. Where? Where are you trying to go? Yeah, it's literally not explaining to me where the vehicle is unable to reach. You see, it's doing this. No jobs via shipyard, and you can get to the shipyard easily. So that's a great big excuse. And they can deliver the resources here, can't they? Oh, sorry, I forgot to turn off you can import. Maybe that's where they were getting stuck. I just don't get it. I honestly, it just wasn't telling me where they were getting stuck. Okay, we're now actually producing construction components. We're now producing. We're now making what we need to make, which is awesome. Power is fine, we've got a max capacity of 4, we're barely using 1. We can then push the city forward 1, dismantle the rear parts of the city, which we can do, and upgrade. And then we can finally get food production to go properly. Because yeah, we currently are making vegetables, we're just not shipping them. So yeah, we're actually, now we're starting to smooth out a bit. I don't see how 92 vehicles are so busy that they can't do anything, because that's a lot of trucks. Mind you, they are very small trucks. They're not exactly designed for most of the stuff. And what are you short? Okay, you're short construction concrete. And concrete is short because we don't have any... Because limestone production is a problem. And crushed slag is still a problem. Where? Where are you getting stuck? If you're not going to tell me... According to this, they're getting stuck coming to the shipyard. Which honestly doesn't make any sense. So I'm just going to ignore that. And we're going to move the waste management, can stay where it is. The food thing, though, we're going to want to move. Okay, I'm just going to pause. This will be potatoes. This will be vegetables. Okay. So, how do I want to run this? I want to take this and I'm going to modify these. That is more than I built here. That's 5, that's fine. Okay. Let's get this built. Oh, and I really, really wish there was a Unity refill. Make life so much easier. Yeah, I was gonna keep complaining about trucks. If I could turn off this truck alert, I would. But I can't, so... And it's not that they're stuck. They're literally not stuck. They want to grab something from the shipyard. And I don't know what it is, and I don't know why. They're refilling here, so that's not a problem. See, when they have an assigned job, they seem to be fine, but... Yeah, this is total bollocks. They're not stuck anywhere. I don't understand what they're doing or why they're doing it. But they aren't. They're not stuck. They can't get to where they need to be. They're just... being full of it. Then we will do the final bits. This should be potatoes and that should be vegetables. And that immediately bumped up our health quite a lot, because now the people are getting the nutrients they need. Okay, vehicle ramp. I may have cut this a bit tight. I was hoping it wouldn't be this tight, but it is this tight. Okay, let's go with the smaller one then. Well, that worked. Turn that off completely. That off completely. Come on, guys, grab what you need to grab. Okay, this one I'm going to bump up so they can at least go over, and then they can get to the rest. The problem is they're not. They're trying to get to the shipyard, and I don't know why they're suddenly getting stuck on the shipyard. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm afraid that's just an annoyance we're going to have to live with. I'm just going to save quick. I hope to heck I remember to continue recording. I did remember to continue recording. Okay, so that's not a problem at all. Everything is going fine. Can we dump resources in here? We can import. Okay. Then let's dismantle this because it's not serving any purpose. And they will take the resources and they will dump it. That's fine. What are you short? You're not short anything. Excellent. Now food supplies will be delivered automatically and we don't have to fight with them. Do I want to leave the settlement this size? That's the next question. Am I happy with the settlement this big? Do I want to maybe cut these two buildings off? Remember, I wanted to move the settlement over and free up space here. But this is a lot of space, so that's not a problem either. So I think what we want to do is get water to the settlement and then run the waste this way. And we'll just dump it here at the edge of the shipyard. Okay. I wish the groundwater was closer, but it's not. How do I want to do this? Do I want to set up the water pumps here? Run it into a storage tank and then run it up this way. And run it, or do I want to run it? I think I'll run it this way. I actually did need a double-sided bridge. Because then, oh, how expensive are you? You're quite expensive. That's not going to be a problem. Because there, that leaves plenty of room to go through, and it'll solve the problems. Okay. Now then, water. We're going to set up a pair of groundwater pumps. Will it send me there? Okay, no, it's a little complaint. That's fine. Oops. Like that. We will set up our storage. Run right here. Remember, I've cheated the groundwater to be infinite. So we don't have to worry about the groundwater running out. So that is a future problem that's not a problem anymore. What we're going to do is run our pipes this way. Like that. Hopefully when we unlock the next type of piping, this won't be a big problem. You know what? I'm just going to be extremely lazy and run the flippin' tank to the end. Simply because it'll fit. It'll look nice and it'll fit. No other practical reason. So that's not going to be a hiccup. Then we're going to now decide, so we're going to have our water. Do we want one or two? Can we rotate this? No, we cannot rotate it. That is unfortunate. I was hoping we could rotate this around. We cannot. Let's just go with two for now. I know it's not necessary because water is water. As far as I can tell, as long as you run the water, you're fine. But I'm just going to do it this way. Is this wrong? Okay, so that bumps me there. That's unfortunate. So I'll run this one here. Like this, and now we've got to give quite a bit of a gap. Okay, and that's groundwater. This does use electricity, but we should be fine with that. Oh, and we want to turn off. Trucks are not supposed to come near this stuff. It's just wastes fuel. Now the dumps. This unfortunately means more pollution, but at the moment there's nothing we can do about it. We have no other means of disposing of any of our waste except to just, unfortunately, throw it in the ocean, which is like really, really, really not the way you're supposed to do this stuff. Let me actually run the pipe out. Grab this one. Run it out. Can I move these here? They don't appear to be interfering. Just check here. Are they interfering? No, they're just not interfering. So we pull them back like that. Okay, for now, confused. Oh. Oh, okay, that's not what I thought that did. I thought that stayed flat right after I did this bit. That was not what I was expecting. Okay, here's the road that they've worn into the ground. There we go. It's not nice, it's not polite. We're gonna have stinky river water right behind our ship. So I feel sorry for whoever's on that boat. And every time the wind changes direction, the city is gonna stink like a sewage pit. But for the moment, we just don't have the technology to deal with it otherwise. And it's not because we're not producing. What do you need? Electrical components. And why aren't you getting enough electromechanical parts? So we're not producing enough copper. Yeah, there's nothing we can do about that. Because we're not mining. Oh, we are producing enough copper. We've got no coal. We got no coal because, well, the resource units are full. Hopefully as we go we can solve these problems. This truck failure to reach destination is bollocks. It is still getting stuck on the shipyard and I just don't know why. Because there's nothing to get it stuck on the ship. The moment the jobs are assigned, off they go. So I don't know why it's suddenly doing that. It's very annoying. It could be one of the mods I'm using is causing interference. I'll grant you that. There's a possibility. Might as well upgrade everything. The bottleneck is here because we are producing enough water, we're just not shipping it because the pipe is not enough. I'm gonna redo this quick. What I'm going to do, actually no, I meant to do this as well. Now, what I'm going to do is you're going to give me this connector. You're going to place it like that. You're going to run this pipe to there. This pipe will go out 1 and will come here. This pipe will go out 3 and it will come there. This pipe will come to here, it'll go there, it'll go there. This pipe will come here and it'll go there, it'll go there. Now all 3 can pump water into the same storage units and they can all pump into the support unit. We're still going to hit the block here because these outer pipes can only take so much water at a time, which is 5 units of water. I don't think that's 5 liters. It's probably a constant flow of 500 atmospheres of water or whatever the pressure system is calibrated at. So it's probably more along that line than anything else, but it will provide the city with water, which provides us a health bonus, as well as a unity bonus, which is nice. Yes, I know we have low maintenance. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it, because until we can produce enough coal to smelt the materials we have, we can't do anything. The hiccup was here. This setup is just... it'll take a little bit longer to get there. We're already getting iron and dirt, we're already getting copper, limestone is on its way, sand is completely on its way. Could I have bypassed this by turning off the, the sorting system? Yes, I could. But I actually like that realism of the game. Even though I normally cheat around it, I do like it. It does make the game feel a little nicer. Okay, housing is not a problem anymore. Oh, it is. We don't have enough construction components. That's what cheating's for. That is just in the wrong place. So we'll just copy it. Since we're not at the moment producing vehicle components, we'll do that later. We're just going to dump it right there. And we will delete this one. Oops. Water supply is fine, maintenance is a big problem. And once again, this is a case we've got the infrastructure, we don't have the resources. It will take a little bit longer to chew through to get to them. We are getting to them. Are they? I don't know what they're doing. They look like they were dumping dirt to fill in the gaps, so they might have been. Yeah, I don't know what that guy was doing. Where did he even get the garbage? Oh, that's where. They're also using it as a dump site. The tunnels are, the ramps are already dug, so we don't need to worry about that anymore. Could I add additional vehicles to make it work? Yes, I probably could, but it's not necessary. Yeah, problem is we're making plenty, we're just not getting enough copper. Rubber, not a problem. Copper, big problem. It should be splitting the copper production. Oh, we're not using copper yet. Oh, did I even run a production line for copper? Okay, sorry, a resource line. We've definitely got an iron one. The copper is going here. And then it's going to these production centers. It's not actually going anywhere else at the moment. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Okay, so we haven't actually run a production system for the copper. And this is a coal problem? It looks like it. Yeah, coal is currently my big hiccup. We are producing, we are manufacturing, we are storing. We're just not doing enough of everything. We're making barely enough maintenance to keep going. Should I add? I think I should do this. We've got enough trucks, so I'm going to up them to 6. Later on, when we develop the bigger trucks, we won't have a problem. Well, the greater capacity vehicles, let's put it that way. Is there anything else? Right now, our main bottleneck is just copper. Can we not fix with Unity? I remember there was a way, but it looks like no. Oh boy, how are we supposed to do this then? Okay. This is supposed to be shipping, I'm confused. We are outputting electrical components, aren't we? Ah, but they're grabbing it before it goes or after it goes? Okay, they want mechanical components. Alright, how do I want to sort this? I need to add mechanical components to this list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a warehouse, put a storage warehouse there. I'm going to grab a belt, run it, no, yes. This facility will store that, and it's going to allow import but not export. Then we're going to go to the cheat thing, and we're going to go for mechanical components, and we're going to add 2,000 units of it. We're going to say keep full. And we're going to do that. We're out of that part. Yes, yes, vehicle lacks maintenance. I get it. Problem is, we're just not making enough of everything. It's just the problem. Now they'll strip the mechanical components free, and they'll bring it here. Now these also need electrical components. But for now, electrical component manufacture is pretty good. Where is this going? I don't have this belt reversed, do I? idiot. Simple, moronic idiot. Okay, let's just make sure I'm not. Come on, where is this coming from now? There's nothing left here. Thank you. That was very, very stupid. Very, very stupid. No. Yeah, no, that's the correct way. Excuse me. There. That'll solve that problem. Because now it's going to the right freaking place. I was putting mechanical components in an electrical box. Oy, oy, oy. Stupid. And there are probably a dozen of you in the audience who were screaming your guts out. You stupid idiot! You can't read signs! But that should get our maintenance back up and working, and that should get everything slowly fixed. Oh. Yeah, it's going to take a little while because we now have to first fix everything that's broken, and then we can start making stuff again. Yeah, I realized we're not actually using this or anything, so we've got 300 mechanical components we're not using. So we'll prioritize that out. We'll need mechanical components later, we just don't need them now, so I was just stockpiling them. But the problem I've gone and done is I actually need to change this, because this is wrong. Okay, I'm going to delete this, turn that off. Because what I need to do, because this layout works, but it doesn't work correctly. Now this connector, go there. Then we can take from the primary warehouse, go there. And that was actually the correct way to do this. And it's the same hiccup probably here with the electrical components. Oh, and because the generators are broken, we're not getting enough power. That'll do for that. Now, what we probably want to do is the exact same thing we've just done, but for electrical components as well. Okay, pause that. This way. Then we're going to run this belt inside to there. That way we are always supplying the resupply point. No matter what happens, we'll have maintenance. Then what we can do is take another warehouse, exactly like the first one, just move it over a bit. And this time, I'm not a humongous moron. Oops, okay, we can import. Okay, I'm going to add the mechanical components to favorite, and then I want... Okay, that should do it. That should guarantee we have maintenance, which is the hiccup we're running into. And yes, this is straight out... I'm really cheating, because we're just not producing enough of what we need. That's where the hiccup is coming in. We can get to the resources, we can process the resources, and we can refine the resources into a product. We just can't do it quick enough. By the time we're finished, everything will be broken, and we'll be in the forever chase trying to catch up between repairing what is broken and having enough parts to build something new. This is pretty much the Russian economy in a nutshell. They have the construction capacity and everything they need, they just can't do it. And by the time they get something built, well, the Ukrainians have blown it up, so too bad for that. I will admit, that's a more active approach to breaking things, but it does work. There, now we can start catching up on our maintenance. And like I said, we first got to fix everything that's broken before we can start actually catching up. So for a little while, we're definitely going to continue to run into a deficit simply because we don't have the resources to make what we need. We got to fix everything first before we can use it. It's not even broken. It is sort of working. Yeah, we got the health up nice, so that's great. Fresh food and good water, clean drinking water is, well, it makes people healthy. Though I will admit, a permanent vegetarian diet of starch and potatoes isn't going to work. Not for humans in the long run. I think we can survive it, but not very well. Well, we're going to definitely need fish or something. And I know there was a plan to put fish eventually into this game. I'm not sure if they've gotten that far, though. Yes, for a while, we gotta wait for the maintenance to catch up. We gotta fix everything that's broken, and then we can move on. Yeah, we were at the point where everything was breaking, so until everything that's broken is fixed, we can't do anything. I think we did still have the reduced maintenance? Yes, we did. But, whew, okay. Very cheaty, but it works, and I don't care. Eventually, I can dismantle it as our production catches up. Right now, I think it's just coal. No, it's also iron. We're not getting enough iron. But we will be dealing with that problem shortly. Coal, we're getting there. Right now, it's just so much dirt in the system now. Could we get rid of the dirt by, where is it? Landscaping. I think it's under landscaping. Yeah, here. Could we use the stacker to just dump it in the ocean? Yes, we can. I just actually really don't like this stacker. I understand as you develop, you get a better option. I understand this is what we start with, but the problem is I keep failing to catch it before it's built a mountain in the middle of the ocean. And then I gotta flatten that mountain in order to continue operating in that area. And, well, I'm just not very good at that. Wow, they are just destroying these trees. I mean, this was all forest. It's gone. It's just gone. Mind you, also part of the reason they actually do have the ability to store it now. Yeah, here it's iron plates. Just plain old-fashioned iron production. And because I'm splitting the resources between two, it is working. Copper is coming in fine. Yeah. And it's immediately going between the two paths. evenly split out. Some of it's going for mechanical components, some of it is going for this, and then we're sharing the load. I'll admit, I do like this change that I've made, that we can actually evenly split up what we want to store with what we want to produce, what we want to ship forward in the production line to the next refinement or production level. Normally my biggest problem is slag, getting rid of slag. Okay, copy this building. Let's just put these all together. Delete that building. Coal is now becoming a problem again. Hopefully as we get later on in the game I won't have to use the cheats as much. But for right now there's not much we can do about it. The hiccup we're having is they just can't deliver the sand. It's just getting rid of the dirt. Population, yay, we need that. We need lots of that. I mean, I'm not making vehicle components. What else am I not making? Not making research stuff, which we need to make, which also needs electronics and mechanical components. We can actually start doing that. And we can start making vehicle parts. I'm just going to check time though first. Yeah, we got some time. Could I siphon off and where? Or do I want to push... Where do I want to... First thing is, this is going to be for this is going to be for this. So where would I even build the vehicle components? The ideal way would be to run 2 more lines, and they go past here. I'll put the vehicle and research place here. And it won't be a very big one. It'll actually be a very, very small one, but it could work. Let's just go with this. First, let's do vehicle components first. That goes there. And then what we want to do is we want a flat balancer here. And we want another one directly above it. And we want I still don't get how this thing toggles properly, because sometimes it does toggle correctly and sometimes it doesn't. Okay. That's going to be for the 1. And directly below. Okay, that is actually really neat as far as resource delivery is concerned. Unfortunately, we've already run into a problem. This is now in the way. I could run this one out this way. So if we take our electronic components, we go here, we go right, no, we gotta go, okay, we're gonna go right to here, and then we come all the way to 1 block across. Excuse me. No. This is once again just a camera angle issue. Like that. That's fine. Then we take the flat lift and we dump it right there. Like so. Wait. Okay, then we gotta delete. From there, then we gotta actually have to carry this all the way to here and then to there, because that gives us... That's sort of a gap. Okay, I may have this wrong. Okay, well... What we do then is we delete to here. We grab this, we run it directly there. So we'll put the electronic components on the upper floor. Run this like this. Perfect, and that's mechanical parts. And then what we're going to want to do is just place a storehouse, but where? Trucks are just going to have to come forward a bit. That shouldn't be a problem. Normally what I would do is I'd put the storehouse here. Like that. And I think that should be fine. And then what we want to do is we want to copy this again. But I'm thinking I'm going to put the research across. So we want to build a vehicle ramp here. Like there. I'm going to copy these two structures. We're going to move them over. We're going to move them over this way. And I'm going to leave a bit more of a gap. These will make research components. And I'm actually going to make it a bit bigger. Like that. Then we're going to follow the same, if you will, design layout. So we'll take... okay, I've also seen where I've made another mistake. But luckily we haven't started building yet, so this is not a problem to fix. Like that, okay. So we want the first one to go. That. I have no idea which one is which anymore. I'm just going to grab what it is. I think electronics is top and mechanical components are on the bottom. Okay, now we want to grab another warehouse. We're also just going to go for a single warehouse because we've got a lot of storage capacity in these warehouses. Okay, let's just start with this for now and get this built, and then we'll move on to the next step. You are an idiot, sir. We should have the resources we need to build this, and then we should have the supply of resources we need to maintain it. Now, could I cheat the primary resources like I was doing here for the coal? Probably. Definitely probably. By the way, can our trucks even get at the coal? They cannot. So if I needed excess coal for whatever reason, to, you know, for the trucks to deliver all the way to that other side where the oil production is, they can't get there. There we go, that'll be fine. Oops. Not that they're getting any coal at the moment. Oh no, they're actually starting to get coal now, so that's wonderful. Food production is stable. Population level is stable. Health is actually good. Just gotta finish all this manufacturing. Still running into the problem we're not making enough steel. We're not making enough steel because we're not getting enough coal. No, we've got plenty of coal. No, there is coal, so it's mainly just the raw material. We're getting coal, so that's working. This will just dump excess coal. It should. Okay, no. I think I want to even this out. Oh no, it's evening it out on its own, so it's not a problem. It just supplies coal that the trucks will always have a supply of coal to take. Okay, now we're just waiting on the last production here. Please tell me you idiots are not doing that. Looks like they're grabbing from here and shipping to here, but that doesn't help. Okay, that'll solve that problem. I think they were taking it and dumping it and just constantly doing a weird circle thing. Okay, vehicle components, awesome. Don't need that anymore. They can just dump it into this cargo crate, and then when it's full, it's full. time we are starting to make research components, and then in the next chapter we'll begin our next tier of R&D. I think we'll call it quits here. I think we're at the 1 hour mark. Yes, we are. So I hope you have all enjoyed, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. This is Gareth from Whatchamacallit Gaming, out.